You are watching Midnight Movie Money from Los Angeles. A little early edition here on this Sunday, as had a busy day, so I got to get it done before I get out the door. The numbers I have in front of me are going to be slightly different from the final numbers, but either way, we have a really good idea of where these films are going to end up, and we start with the big absolute bomb for The Rock. His lowest ever opening in the Smashing Machine, which will be somewhere around $6 million for the weekend. That is an outright disaster for A24. This is a $50 million film that is not being received well. Go back and watch my stream from Thursday night. Not a fan of that film. It is by far the worst thing I've ever seen the Safdies do, even though it's one half of them. Either way, audiences don't like it either. Bad cinema score on this, and then you look at that budget against where we are on the debut here this weekend. This will cost A24 significant cash. And when you take a hit like this at the box office, guess what happens? Your awards campaign for The Rock, Best Actor, suffers major catastrophic failure because it'll come back to this film bombed. And, you know, you look at A24 and you pull in the article from THR and they're sitting here like, well, we think it can have legs. This isn't unusual to see a film come in and not debut at a huge number. But here's the bad news. Audiences don't like it. I don't know what critics do like this, because I don't even know why they made this film based on this UFC fighter. His life isn't interesting enough. The sets look like a TV show. The whole film, I can't even believe it cost $50 million. But this is no way to spin it. Really bad. And The Rock's Best Actor campaign likely came to an end this weekend with the Smashing Machine at number 3. We'll discuss this film and also Anemone, film that I saw on Saturday night and I actually like, but another smaller film that did not do well at the box office this weekend at roughly $1,000 per location. That's the issue with Smashing Machine as well, right? Any film that is not seen as this giant tent pole or something that has a built-in audience, like our number one film this weekend, the Taylor Swift release party of a showgirl that was thrown together last minute and ended up with 30 million plus. We'll see where it ends up, the final number. But this is a gift to theaters because there's not a lot of people going to the movies right now. Football's back. Kids are in school. Movies are starting to become less and less relevant. And that's the issue, right? We don't want that. We want movies to succeed. And instead, we have to have Taylor Swift come in and save the weekend with the number one film out of nowhere. As we look at the top 10, we go to number 2, and we get one battle after another, down roughly 50%. So not minus 60 like Killers of the Flower Moon, but still not quite the hold that Warner Brothers would like. Warner Brothers really wants to see this at a minus 40. Hell, minus 30, minus 20. I mean, it was never going to happen, right? Polarizing film. I don't think it's a great film, but it's going to be very close to 100 million here this weekend worldwide. So it's not as big of a mess as you might have expected Warner Brothers to have to deal with here with this film budgeted at $140 million. Now, it's not going to be profitable, but it is at least hanging in there decently, I will put it. I'm not going to put it better than that. I'll just say decently. Number 4, Gabby's Dollhouse. Number 5, Conjuring. That film continues to do well in theaters as it's well over $400 million worldwide. Avatar was number 8 in the re-release. Couldn't pay me to watch that movie again. Only 2.5 million on the 3-day. That's encouraging because, as you guys know, I do not want to see this next Avatar succeed. So if this is soft here, Way of Water isn't firing this weekend in the re-release, that's encouraging. So let's keep our fingers crossed, everybody. Good Boy was number 9, a film that I reviewed back on Thursday. If you want to see my evaluation, you can access that. Midnight Movie Talk is the YouTube channel. If you're watching on YouTube, you're already there. Just go and find it and watch it. It's like a 3-minute review. That's about how long you'll stay interested in Good Boy. But again, not a very big PTA, per theater average. So that's the concern. Bone Lake, another small film, horror film. And that, horror tangential, I guess. But it didn't do well. That's the thing. That's tonight's big topic. What is happening to these smaller films? It's really problematic, guys. There's no way to spin this. And that's why tonight's big topic on the Sunday Evening Spectacular is going to be, are movies dead? Small movies for sure. That's our topic tonight. Thanks for being here. Midnight Movie Money is off the air. Peace out.